Good morning, everyone. I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico Style. On a Tuesday, we're trying to change Terrible Tuesday to Terrific Tuesday, although on a morning like this, it's pretty dreary. I had a hard time getting out of bed this morning, I'll be honest with you.
It's always tough when the clouds are out. It was like that yesterday, and it's going to be like that again today.
A little gloomy, so we got to make our own bright sunshine cheer. That's what we'll do.
Yes.
This is something that always cheers me up. Presents.
It does.
Do they cheer you up too?
It does. I love shopping, listening to the Christmas music, getting into the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
And doing that Christmas shopping.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you ever gift yourself for Christmas?
Yeah, sometimes. It's hard not to. You know, you go with the list and you have the list amount of money that you're going to spend.
Right.
But it never fails when you're shopping for your sister or your mom. You always find that little something that you kind of want to.
Oh, I could use that too. And it's on sale. I might as well get it now because a month from now it might not be so good. Well, more than a third of consumers, actually, 36%, plan to buy gifts for themselves this year.
Right. And you know what I read? Is that they spend an average, that people spend an average of about $111 on themselves every Christmas.
Really? Oh, I've exceeded that.
I thought it was kind of high. You exceeded it. I was like, 70 was mine. I spent 70. That's it. I'm not buying anything else for myself.
It was just, you know, these little random things like makeup and just things I needed. It wasn't even things I wanted. It was things I needed.
Yeah.
That's all.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
true.
Of course, we want to know if our viewers spoil themselves over the holidays. You can always send your comments to facebook.com/New Mexico Style or write into casa.com and we can read what you have to say about this.
Yeah, it's our question of the day. Do you gift yourself? I mean, clearly we have. She stayed under average. I went over. So tell us if you do. We want to hear from you and we'll let you know those results.
And how much money do you spend?
Exactly. Yes, we want to know that too. And in the meantime, let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez, who has today's news headlines. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning. It's just so hard not to buy anything for yourself with all those great sales.
Exactly.
All right. Top in your morning news headlines this morning. Former Penn State assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky has waived his right to have a preliminary hearing today. That means that he won't be facing his accusers in open court today. Sandusky is charged with more than 50 counts of child sex abuse involving 10 boys over the span of several years. Now that Sandusky has waived his hearing, his case moves him towards a trial. Sandusky continues to deny all the allegations. The U.S. House is expected to approve a bill today that would extend the payroll tax cut and long-term jobless benefits. But Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid says the plan stands no chance in the Senate. That's because the bill requires President Obama to move ahead with a controversial oil pipeline that would run from Canada to Texas. It's an issue Democrats want to keep separate. And the federal deficit appears to be shrinking. Yeah, according to congressional estimates, the government is on track to run a deficit below $1 trillion for the first time in 4 years. Still, those numbers could change if Congress extends the payroll tax cut and long-term unemployment benefits by the end of the month. The federal grand jury that's investigating former Governor Bill Richardson is set to meet again this week, possibly as early as today, in fact. And we've also learned that former Governor Richardson has bought a home, another home. Yeah, he and his wife, Barbara, bought this vacation home in Cape Cod for more than $1.5 million. As for the federal investigation into Mr. Richardson, it's all about the accusation that his political camp raised $250,000 to try and allegedly pay off a state employee who was threatening a sexual harassment lawsuit against him in 2007. Now, that money could be considered campaign funds, which would make the whole thing illegal. And that wraps it up for your Tuesday morning headlines. Don't forget to start your day every day with Kristen, Matt Morrow, and myself every morning on KRQE News 13 from 5 to 7 a.m. Ladies, I'm going to send it on back to you.
Elizabeth, I really do. You know, I don't just say I start my day with you guys. I really do start it with you guys.
Good.
For real. First thing I do when I wake up, I turn on the TV and I watch. And you know, really, I get such good information, and I just feel like I'm in the know for the day. You know, and I think that's what we try to do for our viewers as well. When you watch the show, brighten up your day and give you a little knowledge about what's going on.
And check out what color I'm wearing to make sure that we don't like crisscross and mismatch or match. Like sometimes, like we love to do, which is so funny.
Well, it happens all the time. In fact, a lot of times the night before, I pick pick out the clothes, and then I see her, and I'm like, we're going to look like twins tomorrow, but it's okay. It's okay. We have the contrasting coloring.
Right. Well, I did want to mention this. You know, yesterday I was out for the last big push for Toys for Tots. Huge success.
Yay.
And, you know, I was over at American Home Furniture for a lot of the morning yesterday, but the Marines were out just all day long, starting at 5 a.m. Mayor Richard Berry, the Police Fire Department, and they didn't wrap up until 7:30 last night. And they did very, very well. They raised more than $19,000 and 3,000 toys, which is a record for them. But they're still short about $8,000. Now, it doesn't take into account the money that they get to spend on the money, but they get to spend on the toys. But they still really do need those toys, so they're still doing that last push.
Okay.
And you can either make donations or you can bring toys to the Southeast Exhibit Hall at the Albuquerque Convention Center today through the 18th.
Okay, so that's through Sunday. So that's
Sunday. You have until Sunday. And again, if you don't have time to get out and about and pick out those toys, you know, they really need. I think the girls 8 to 12 year old. 8 to 12.
Yeah.
They're looking for toys for them. So if you can't get that toy, then cash, checks, they'll take that too.
It's great. And I saw a story last night on our news with a little boy who just donated his whole $5 savings of his life.
Very
God
sweet.
Bless him. Okay, now here's a big question. Do you need to get motivated?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
It takes a lot, especially to get out of bed in the morning. But there is a long list of those who can get them moving and who are all tingly. What am I saying? I don't even know. I can't get motivated to talk this morning. But yeah, there's a lot of people who need to get motivated. And that's what we're going to be talking about at Tingley Coliseum right now for the Get Motivated Business Seminar.
Yes, motivated to get on the ball and get this new year started right. And our face of Fox, Elias Gallegos, is there as well. And, you know, judging by the list of speakers, it's a really big deal. I'll send it over to Elias right now.
Good morning, guys. As you can see, we're just outside the Get Motivated Seminar. We're outside Tingley Coliseum at Expo, New Mexico, and if you can see beyond me, people are coming in waves. It's a lot of excitement is going on. We have some 8 great speakers here. We have Rudy Giuliani, Rick Belluzzo, Howard Putnam, the CEO of Southwest Airlines. Of course, our special guest is Laura Bush. And we have one of my personal favorites, Terry Bradshaw, one of the greatest NFL quarterbacks to ever lace them up. And we also have, speaking of legendary coaches, we have Lou Holtz, legendary coach from Notre Dame. And we have a gentleman who needs no introduction, Mr. General Colin Powell. And then we also have one of my personal favorites, Steve Alford, New Mexico's men's head coach. And what's going on today is it's a seminar based on business motivational facts. If you're starting your own business in a down economy, these are the types of people that you want to hear things from. So come on out here. It's going to be going on all day here at Tingley Coliseum. It starts at 8 a.m., which is right now, and it goes all the way up until 5 o'clock. So come on out and get motivated and stay in the know. Back to you, girls.
We need to stay in the know. Absolutely. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think it's going to be a really interesting day because no matter, you know,
people in town.
Yeah, I mean,
really
when
cool.
you think about these people that are there, I mean, such influential people in our culture, in our history, in our in our political world. I mean, from Laura Bush to Colin Powell, and of course, as Elias said, you know, Terry Bradshaw, who offers a different perspective, you know, from the sports world and is so well respected across the nation by so many. So to know they're all in town right now is really spectacular.
Yes, stop by and get motivated.
Yeah, motivation. Come on. How's that?
That sounds good. All right, now from motivation to food, let's talk about that and just fine living in general. Hotel Andaluz was named one of the top boutique hotels
I love it.
by the country, by the Boutique and Lifestyle Lodging Association. And executive chef Michael von Blomberg is cooking for us in our second half hour. Good morning.
And there he
Morning.
is.
How are you?
Are you motivated?
Doing great.
Absolutely, I'm motivated.
Yeah,
We have to be with that title, the best of the country. That's nice.
It's amazing, and Andaluz is such a spectacular hotel, and you know, Kristen and I have eaten over at the hotel as well, and really enjoy the food, and we're really excited to have you here. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling fantastic. You know, it's just great to be here.
Well, what are you making for us today?
I'm going to do a warm wintergreen salad with some raz cherries.
Raz cherries.
Yes.
What is that?
It's a hybrid of raspberry and a cherry.
That sounds good because, you know, I'm not big on just cherries by themselves, but maybe mixed together. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, and I actually am a fan of cherries and raspberries, so put them together.
Double the love.
Raz cherries. That's a good one. I like that. And so it's just a warm winter salad, and I also saw there's walnuts as well, right?
Walnuts, candy walnuts, roasted butternut squash. We've got some Belgian endive, some arugula,
Oh, fun.
and warm sherry vinaigrette.
Is that a popular item on the menu?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
we use it in all of our banquet menus for the holidays.
How nice. Well, the nice thing is for you, if you're a fan, then you know you're going to get to know the inside scoop on the secret recipe from the chef himself. So you'll want to stick around later in the hour for that. Definitely don't want to miss it, and we'll be tasting it too, and we're excited for that.
Great.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it. We try to be healthy. You know, we want to have good, you know, when you think of winter foods, a lot of times you think of the heavy stuff. You think of the things that really fill you up. But a good salad will fill you up, and you don't have to feel sick.
Exactly, and you get a lot of those good nutrients in too, so good stuff there.
Exactly.
But of course, right now you're going to definitely want something warm, whatever it is, hot cocoa,
yummy,
hot chocolate, you know, coffee, whatever, because it is cold out there and we are dealing with more snow. Look at Red River, it looks like a snow globe once again. Just, I love this view, this webcam picture of Red River, so pretty. And now Taos Valley, you can see the snow coming down there a little bit, and of course they're getting a lot of snow. You know, the ski resorts are just doing so well this year. Just about everyone, I believe, is open. Even Sandia, that opened up early. Just a great season so far, so you're definitely going to want to check it out, especially when we get done with this winter storm system and with yet another one moving in. So the mountain's doing A-OK. Now for the metro area, too warm for snow here, but you can see the fog looking out to the east. Hard to even see the mountains back that way. Temperatures in the upper 30s, so too warm for us to see any snow, but we will be watching for more on and off rain through the day. And then looking out east to the mountains there, they're likely getting hammered with more snow right now. You see the yellows there coming down. Down to the south, along I-25, mainly just rain there. We'll be watching for, again, just mountain snow and heavier showers again across the central part of the state, and the southwest is going to continue to see on and off showers too. Silver City, the Gila are really getting nailed by this system, and of course the mountains in the Gila, that's where you're going to be watching for snow, maybe 1 to 2 feet. Sacramento's getting rain and snow, and then the northern mountains getting snow. We could be talking 1.5 feet of snow when all is said and done. But I-25, like east of Las Vegas, Roy, all of those areas, Tucumcari, Santa Rosa, too warm to see any snow. So more scattered showers for us today with high mountain snow mainly, and then tonight colder air will move in. We'll watch for maybe the potential for some of that rain to change over into snow for Albuquerque by tomorrow morning, so we could see some of that around the morning, and then of course more mountain snow tomorrow, and then things gradually clear out late tomorrow. We'll be back to the sunny skies by Thursday, and then this weekend we'll be watching for the next storm system to move in, which could bring us in more rain and snow. So bundle up as you head out. We're not going to see a lot of sunshine today. It's going to be very, very cloudy out there. You're going to want to keep the umbrella close by, but all rainforest, and then of course the foothills may pick up a little snow by tomorrow morning, and even the valley locations picking up a little snow by tomorrow morning as well.